Zion Williamson about 2.5 hours away here on ESPN in his debut, the #1 pick. And first, a key Eastern Conference matchup. And Horford and the Sixers.
Small, he's going to bully ball you into post. So we'll see, do they go to that look a little bit more often? Will he post tonight against OG Anunoby? We'll see.
And Nick Nurse said, we're going to throw a couple of different guys at him tonight. Simmons the penetration and Horford's three-point shoot. Van Vliet to Kyle Lowry. Rebounded by Anunoby. We've seen Toronto, especially as of late, get off the cold shooting starts, having to recover late. Siakam for three, and that ties the game.
For Kyle, understanding, okay, they're going to need my offensive punch.
He's still averaging 7.5 assists per game. Late in the clock at Simmons. The rookie Thibault out of Washington.
Now, that was the first thing Nick Nurse said that their staff recognized as he started to grow. Take it off the window and go to the cup.
Here is Shake Milton for three off the bench.
Boy. And Simmons, who likes to operate close to the rim, and Joel, great post-up guy.
Right.
But also fit in this guy right here.
Horford, the extra pass to an excellent shooter in Furkan Korkmaz. What did he call it? A Rubik's Cube. He's trying to figure out the proper operation of the Rubik's Cube to figure out the lineup.
And I don't know that it's ever going to look perfect. But the question is, and he said this all of last year, how do we land the plane? What do they do when it matters most?
Right. Gasol, the turnaround and a smooth shot. Shake Milton, who's only played in less than half the games this year. They've got Mike Scott in off the bench right now. Horford to Korkmaz.
Tell you what, you can tell Korkmaz is a player who's used to getting run off the three-point line. That little floater was nice touch.
Lowry on his way to the rim.
And not surprised.
Get very interesting. They would have to pay him on a full-time deal if they wanted to keep him on the active roster. Not a lot of flexibility contract-wise if Philadelphia wants to make a move, which has been a big topic of conversation as we get closer to the trade deadline, as Scott hits another three.
They are lighting Toronto up from deep as Serge gets one for Toronto back. Yeah, this is a fact asked about, hey, why expend that final day here? And he said, because you look at the importance of the Toronto game relative to the East standings.
Powell in transition to the rim. Teams that were outmatched in New York and Brooklyn without Kyrie Irving. What do you think the disparity is? I know you talked to him a little bit about it.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I said is, wow, nice drive by Fred VanVleet. Now, you talk about two undersized guards who have figured out how to be successful. Fred VanVleet just goes right at Shake Milton, and he's physically stronger than you think. I mean, he's diminutive.
Davis trying to find Hollis Jefferson, two guys that were so key when Toronto was going through their injury struggles. Neto will take a three. And Philadelphia with another trade into the game with Harris and Ennis. Davis, Van Vliet, Ibaka, and Powell, along with Hollis Jefferson. When you need a bucket with this, I think it might just be a reaction, a natural reaction at this point. Like a whistle, you see your number called, and you go, oh, what are you talking about? That's a second strong drive to the rim for Norman Powell.
His cadence is a little bit, so it's likely to be, I would assume, Marc Gasol and Norman Powell, who will sometimes start and sometimes come off the bench, depending on matchup. Is the team big?
Well, we know what Gasol can do. He can pass it. A beautiful assist to Siakam. And just like that, it's back down to 5.
Well, this is what we know about Marc Gasol. At one time, the Defensive Player of the Year, he's always had vision and touch, knows how. Brown said it. Tell his agent, tell his friends, tell him, I need 1-3 a game.
Yeah.
And from that point, he's not taking one.
Gasol ties the game at 46. They've come back from down 14.
So you need a bucket. Brett does not look like he's going to go timeout. Marc Gasol, boy, after that injury rest, has he not looked rejuvenated?
Especially from three-point range.
You got to get a bucket here. Toronto goes zone.
And Thibault will trigger a quick one. Simmons tipped that one alive to Horford. It's a Harris three to put him back in front. That personnel and philosophy. Milton off target. Gasol the rebound. Lowry back looking for Toronto's first lead of the game. To the rim. Put it in.
has been doing the same.
A little bit short on the three. Harris into the paint to set up Thibault for an open tray to put Philadelphia back in front.
Shot was important. What I'm saying is those open threes on ball reversal, when it finds him, he's got to shoot a good percentage on those because that's going to happen.
Siakam all the way to the rim. Ties the game at 53.
I mean, it's sort of remarkable to think that he picked up a basketball for the first time 8 years ago in a basketball without borders camp. I mean, think about that.
Growing up, he said his siblings all liked to play basketball and he kind of didn't really want to do that, so he decided to back up, play any other sport he could. Harris answers with a three on an assist.
Baxter Holmes did a tremendous article on ESPN.com. So there's that famous Sports Performance Laboratory P3. And when he's in high school, great ball reversal leads to a nice three.
Led the NCAA in steals last year, broke Jason Kidd's Pac-12 record with 126 last season. Here's Harris, loves this spot on the floor, and he drains a three.
So again, now 30.
Lowry being hassled by Horford. That one just got past Thibault into the hands of Powell for a three. A much needed one at that. Korkmaz, good extra pass for a Horford three. Siakam had the closeout. Davis the rebound. 6-point game inside a three for the third. Lowry with a head of steam to the rim. First field goal. A bucket for a Toronto lead. Hollis Jefferson. Hit the deck. Deep one from Van Vliet.
Minded, competitive guys who enjoy defense.
Van Vliet, the hedge from Neto. The kick to Lowry. On the drive, to the rim. Left hand is good. Largest lead of the game for Toronto.
Foreshadowed as a shot maker, shooter, legit, pure shooter because of what Golden State did, dominating with Steph and Clay. But he's one of the elite shot makers in the NBA.
Ibaka buries a three. Toronto extends it out to 8.
I think Zion Williamson slept last night. I'm guessing no.
I mean, still a rookie as Van Vliet hits another big three, about to make out of 6 to play. Horford battling. He had the smaller Powell on him. Runs away from the double. Kicks to Thibault. That's the three that Philadelphia was looking for.
Yeah, Al Horford.
There's that runner again. This time it won't go down, and there is Siakam for the rebound. Leaves it for Van Vliet for Toronto's biggest lead. Lowry doubled, looking for Van Vliet. Van Vliet, the step back three. Got them all!
Boy, his confidence in something tonight.
Right. Yeah, he's not just coming into an easy debut. Not that any debut is easy. There is significant weight on this game, especially after what the Pelicans have started to put together. There's a three by Korkmaz. Siakam will take it all the way. Part of an 8-8. Toronto trailed by 14 in the opening quarter, fought back to tie it at halftime. A big fourth quarter led by Fred Van Vliet, who finishes the game with 22 points, 6 of 7 from three-point range.